Welcome to Tattoo Titans. Here, the best professional tattoo artists from around the country battle each other and the clock as they compete for $10,000.
I think that'll really pop.
To get it, they'll have their skills tested in 3 rounds of challenges.
This is where the fun begins.
Our panel of industry heavyweights will judge the artist's work.
I got what you meant to do. You didn't really pull it off.
In this battle, 4 tattoo artists will enter, but only 1 will leave with bragging rights and the cash prize.
We're not idiots. We want to see your creative side.
Who will take home the $10,000 and the title of Tattoo Titan? First, enter the tattoo shop, David Johnson from Greenwood, South Carolina.
I've been tattooing 15 years, and the styles I really love to do are color realism, exaggerated color realism, black and gray realism. I've got a beautiful girlfriend named Hope. I've tattooed a sleeve, her chest, her back. A lot of people asked if I charged her, but only for the first one.
Next artist is Risa Stevens from Portland, Oregon.
I've been tattooing for 6 years, and styles I enjoy are photorealism, new school, pinups are always fun. Do well with black and gray, but I love color. Ultimately, I'm here to show the world what I'm capable of.
Next to enter the tattoo shop, Joey Riley from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
I'm a second-generation tattoo artist. I got into the business when I was about 10 years old when my father said, I'm ready to make you a tattoo artist. The styles of tattooing that I like to do are like traditional, new school, with a little bit of color realism. I'd really like to win this $10,000. My daughter is diagnosed with severe autism. My wife is 5 months pregnant, and I have a beautiful stepchild, and to be able to provide for them, this is a good chance at it.
And last to enter the tattoo shop, Gilbert Machado from Deerfield, Florida.
I'm from Dominican Republic. I came here when I was 13 years old. I've been tattooing for 17 years. I mainly do a lot of realism, portraits, pretty much everything else, really. I've been partially deaf since I was 13 years old, but it's okay. Sometimes you just get mouth out what you don't want to hear.
Artists, you'll be competing in 3 different rounds: Skin's Choice, Artist's Choice, and Judge's Choice. Now, let's meet our judges. Maya Bailey is one of the best tattoo artists working today. His Atlanta tattoo shop, City of Ink, is known for its colorful personalities and celebrity clientele. Bernadette Macias is the face of sullen clothing, who can be seen in tattoo magazines and billboards across the world. And Ami James. Besides starring on Miami Ink, Ami also owns the world-famous Love Hate Tattoo Parlor in South Beach.
Ami James. I know that he's hard on his people. I know that he's a great artist, and he tells it like it is. And at that moment in time, I realized
For this round, all your skins have roots in small-town USA, but they live in the big city now. They all want a tattoo to remind them where they started and just how far they've come. You will find a personal item in each of your tattoo cases your skin has left for you. Your challenge is to use that item as the centerpiece for your tattoo design. You will have a total of 3 hours to sketch your design and complete your tattoo. Artists, please open your tattoo cases. Okay, artists, your items are a quill and inkwell, a daylily, a peach, and puzzle pieces.
Puzzle pieces are really hard to work with. I'm hoping that there's some saving grace in this piece.
Artists, your time starts now. Come on in, Skins, and meet your artists.
how's it going?
Yeah, how are you?
Good.
Good, good.
I'm Joey.
Mark, nice to meet you. From Atlanta, so hence where the peach comes from. I'm actually wanting to do almost like a creepy type style of tree.
I feel like if we were to do a big tree, the peaches are going to be so small.
Okay. Yeah.
What if we did like more or less like a realistic kind of like peach with a little bit of, that realism?
Sarah.
I'm Gilbert.
The significance of this is that I moved to New York like a month ago from Nebraska. One of the things I want to do here is I want to be a writer. I want something to kind of be this constant visual reminder of this dream that I'm chasing.
You want it in color or black and gray?
Black and gray.
Black and gray.
Or color, I mean, if you think you want to experiment with color, that's fine too, but I'm pretty open to it, but I would love to just do black and gray.
Black and gray would look great. Having the feathers is a good thing. It has a lot of detail in it, had a lot of gradient stuff that I can work with. You want a realistic look, right?
Yeah, yeah, that'd be great.
Sounds good.
Hi.
I'm Chad. Nice to meet you.
I'm gonna go with a puzzle piece of like a compass, kind of basically showing my journey and the pieces I've had to put together to get to where I'm at today.
The first thing out of his mouth is, I want a compass, which is not puzzle pieces at all.
Be just like the compass, and then the outer edge being like the puzzle. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure if it'll really work like as a puzzle if it's only on the edges, but I think we could do it like through it and make it subtle. So I'm racking my brain for how I'm gonna tie those two things together.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm Alina.
So where are you thinking about getting this?
Thinking maybe my legs.
So I meet Elena. She seems super nice. What made you want to get this tattoo?
My great-grandma had this garden. My grandma came and, like, took this daylily, and she put it in, like, her yard, and she put it in my mom's yard.
When Elena tells me that it's a tribute tattoo for her grandmother who passed, it puts even more pressure on me. Plus, I got the judges that are going to over-examine everything.
Do you care if I just sketch it on you? My father said, you know, if you want to do a perfect job, you got to draw it on the skin. The first thing that I have to do is shave his hairy legs, and then I have to draw it on him, and then I have to try and take this drawing that looks like a 3-year-old started it and turn it into a beautiful tattoo. It has begun.
Let's do it.
So how big you thinking?
I'm gonna draw it so you get to see it.
Okay.
And then if you want me to change anything, make it a little smaller or larger,
Yeah.
you let me know.
So no stencils for you.
Need 'em. I decided to do the design right on her skin to save time. I felt that drawing it on the arm will save me maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Are you comfortable?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Christ, okay. Go over to the computer and everything starts to go wrong. What the I'm looking at the images and they aren't compasses. They're like people with compasses over here and stuff that just is totally useless. So I'm like, panic. Okay, I'll draw it on him. So I take it it's about like traveling and stuff.
Basically just my journey coming from Illinois. Puzzle pieces, me more just putting all the pieces together to, you know, find myself to where I am in life now.
The choice to do concentric circles and straight lines and text freehand is an absurdity.
You know, we'll do it like color realism and kind of do like some kind of multicolor swirl around it.
Gotcha.
I mean, I think that'll really pop.
You think it'll look good? Let's do it.
Okay. I really like the place where I put this flower on Elena. It should really help the contour of her leg there.
I am realizing I might not make it to the next round. His skin won't take the freaking colors. I'm layering and layering and layering, and then those colors disappear. Oh my God, why won't he take these colors? It was like tattooing rubber.
The part hurts.
Sarah's a little in pain. That's gonna be a little
It's
more
all right,
comfortable
yeah.
if I get up there.
A little tender.
As I'm tattooing my customers, I really don't worry about their pain. Sometimes when you try to accommodate them, you actually hurt them more because you're taking longer.
So I start to tattoo chat. I just hope this is straight and round. And I immediately make my circle not circular. Yeah, if I were at home, I probably would have just found a really good compass.
Yeah.
Just like
Slap it on
straight
there
traced it and stencil and everything. What am I gonna do? I guess I better tattoo this.
So I'm about halfway point, and I'm still in the same position when I started. I don't know what to do. Your skin's a little weird. Usually my colors are a lot brighter. It's just take this a little bit to get those colors really bright. And he keeps looking at me like, why is he going over the same colors? And I'm looking back at him. Can't you have soft skin so the ink just goes in smoothly so I have a smooth transition of colors? But no, that's not happening at the halfway point.
I'm really stressed out due to the time restraints. I still have to put all the highlights in, all the bright yellows to make it pop, and I also have to put in all the white. Okay?
Done.
We're done?
Yeah. Holy I finished tattoo. I think I had about an hour and a half left.
I love this. The point, like the detail and the pinpoint, it's very cool.
Sharp.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's sharp as a tack.
Gilbert finishing an hour and a half early? Come on, ridiculous. We're in a competition.
Are you actually done? Are you done?
Yes, sir.
You don't want to use any more of this time we gave you?
I think if I were to put any more, I'd probably overwork the piece.
Yeah. What do you want to do? You want to hang out? You want to go grab a beer? What do you want to do? I mean, you got like an hour and a half to burn now.
Let's get out.
The only one that's actually walking away and be like, I'm going to go have a drink. And you're sure? You're finished? You're done?
I'm done.
You made up your mind?
Made up my mind.
Good deal. I like that.
What's happening?
How's it going? You going to be able to knock this one out in time?
I hope so. Looks good. I got about 45 minutes worth of highlights.
45 minutes worth of highlights. Sounds like a beer commercial.
Fine-tuning it in.
All right.
Shaking it around, you know.
Good luck.
Thank you, man.
I'll see you in a bit.
I'm super nervous about that time. I'm not done, and in my head, it's just going over and over again. This is a competition. I need to do more. I need to do more.
I disappointed myself in this piece. I know I can do better work than this, so maybe they're gonna send me home.
I'm trying to finish up going over black with white. I'm like, dear God, I never really did this before, and I'm about to be judged.
Five, four, three, two, one. Time's up, machines down. Artists, all your skins have roots in small-town USA. They all wanted tattoos to represent their big city dreams. The judges have had a chance to review your work. But before you hear from them, they would like to hear from you. Joey, please tell the judges about your work.
Well, I was given a peach, but he wanted to do a tree with peaches, but I felt like if we did a tree, then the peaches would be so small.
I love the creativity in your tattoo. What I don't like was this white line and the green line. I don't know why you have a green outline on the bottom left side of your peach.
Was trying to go for a brush of
highlight.
Yeah, and that didn't work out very well.
Let me tell you the one thing I was really happy about, the creativity that you actually implemented. And that just goes to show me that you're a little bit more than just a tattooer, and that you actually are an artist and you're trying to take it a little bit farther.
I think your creative approach with it was pretty good, but the lack of outline around that peach, especially your father being a tattoo artist, I think you knew better.
I believe in all tattoos having outlines. You've been tattooing for long enough. Your second generation, you know that outlines, and you can ask your pops probably about. An outline holds a tattoo after 25 years. It's still there.
My father passed away recently.
I'm sorry to hear that, my man.
So I know you'd be proud for me just standing here listening to you guys, you know, having that opportunity.
Cool deal.
David?
She wanted a daylily because her grandmother had grown daylilies. We decided to just put a little blue field around it, just do it as bright as we could.
How do you feel about this tattoo?
She was super happy with it. I was happy with it.
I don't know how you could be happy with it. There's no outline. There's scratchy outline. There's no outline. There's no outline at all. There's white outline. You think white lasts?
No, over time, white comes out.
I like that you use a dark blue to make that pink pop out. You gave it a little contrast, and with that contrast, gave it a little depth.
Yeah.
What I don't like about it is the placement of it. It's a woman. It looks so placed, almost like you used a piece of flash and just stuck it on her.
What throws me off is when you first look at this, it looks like a bouquet of infected tongues to me. Are you happy with the petals?
Yeah, I'm happy with them. Could have did a little more shape to it if I'd put a daylily bud coming up off the side of it. The judges are ripping my tattoo from one end to the other. Sometimes you got to take notes from your dog. Just back up and kick some dirt over there.
Risa, please tell the judges about your tattoo.
The puzzle pieces represent the different pieces of his life, and the compass was all about his big move in life.
Risa, how do you feel about your tattoo here?
I should have stenciled it.
You free-handed the circle?
Right? Like a crazy person who does that. The voice in the back of my head was like, what are you doing? You need to go stencil it. So that's why that circle's kind of wonky.
If I was you, if you was gonna do a compass, I probably would have did it from a different angle.
You could have broke the compass to pieces and put it on the puzzle.
The circles wouldn't have had to line up because it would have been separated. But I like that you gave the skin exactly what they wanted. I also like that you were confident enough to try something that you shouldn't have done. I admire that you took a chance.
Gilbert, please tell us about the tattoo.
She's a writer, so she brought me a feather pen. I was thinking of putting some writing and stuff in the back, but I figured that was gonna take probably too much time, and I'd rather keep it simple.
The feather is gorgeous, but there's so much more that he could have done with that. So I really hope that the judges recognize that too.
I like your tattoo, man. It's certain little things about it. I probably would have put, you know, some splashes just to give it a little bit more personality because it's so stiff and it's so posed that it's no kind of, you know, some soul or something in it, man.
I like the detail in your feather. There could be more, but I like also the contrast that you went from dark to light in your feather. I think it looks very, very nice. I like the highlights that you put in the ink pen. The major problem for me is how much skin is around it. You finished early, correct?
Yes, I finished with an hour and a half left.
An hour and a half. When you finished with an hour and a half, wasn't there a thought in your head when you looked at this that maybe I should add some background or put some shading on the side?
I did, but I felt that if I didn't go with what I originally planned, I would probably overwork the piece and it will probably turn out not the way I wanted.
You had an hour and a half left when you were done with this tattoo to show us really what you're capable of doing. Instead, you just did the tattoo at minimal and, you know, felt good about it because it was a clean tattoo and walked away with it.
If you make it to the next round, just bring a little bit more creativity, okay? We already know you can tattoo.
All right, artists. We've heard what the judges have to say about your work. If it's your tattoo that appears on the screen, then you have been marked out. All right, artists. The judges have made a decision. If it's your tattoo that appears on the screen, then you have been marked out.
Man, I would just hope before anything else you listen to all the advice that we gave you up here, man. Like, no matter how long you've been tattooing, we never stop learning.
Thank you. I'm totally surprised I'm going home. I really thought it was Risa. I really think I could have showed the judges all my creativity and a lot more style.
Artists, please open your tattoo cases. This round is all about dreams and chasing those dollar bills. You will use these two images as inspiration for your tattoo.
The aim is dollars and dreams, and I'm not seeing how they will work together.
All right, artists, you have 3 hours on the clock. Your time starts now.
Gilbert.
All right, I'm Zola.
Zola?
Yeah.
What I'm thinking of is catcher's shape. It's gonna be the main focus. The other stuff's gonna go from like little ones to bigger ones, but it's gonna be all very faint, like a nice soft gray.
All right, and you're gonna draw this up and stuff, and we'll look at it together as you're drawing it and everything. Great.
My name's Joey.
I'm Carrie.
Carrie, nice to meet you. So we got dreams and money.
I see that. I see that. Two things that I'm trying to get at.
You like that dream catcher idea?
Yeah. I've had an image of like a feather that turns into birds kind of a thing. So if there could be some sort of like money that turns, then maybe it's little dollar bills that are falling from the feather kind of a thing.
My client actually wanted a dream catcher and wanted the bird, and then I was like, how am I gonna just throw money on top of a bird?
Hi, I'm Risa.
Alex.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I start trying to get to know a little bit about him. What does this mean to you?
I want to give more to my son. Since I didn't have a lot, I want to give him things I never had.
He's all about his family and his little boy. I could make that work. We could do something with like a little boy or something like that to maybe make it more personal.
Yeah, like my son or something? Okay.
That sounds like a plan.
All right.
This is where the fun begins. And you said something about bird.
Yeah.
What kind of bird?
Let's go with a cardinal.
Cardinal.
I lost my father also, and I've always been using a cardinal as my sort of go-to image of him.
Carrie wants a cardinal. It's a bird and stuff, and it actually represents her father. I had a really rough year losing my father, so I have a little bit of experience of trying to understand the emotional feelings she's got, so I'm just going to stick to what her plan is. So maybe we can do the dream catcher bigger in the background.
Sure.
Okay, and then have the money, the feathers flowing down.
Right.
After a few minutes, I got nothing. I know that she wants a cardinal, and so screw it. I'm gonna start with just doing the cardinal.
I wind up sketching it all out, tracing the webbing, and drawing the little boy. And then printing that and blowing it up, but the sketch is kind of light, but I'm running low on time, so I go ahead and make my stencil anyways, and it's light. Okay, how do you like that placement?
Feels good. You feeling good about this?
Yep. I don't do any tattoo unless I'm happy with it. If I wasn't happy with it, I'd be like, nah, this is something else.
My man's got the jump on you over there. He's got his girl down. He's about to draw first ink.
Zolar Vision to the rescue, honey.
Oh my God.
Getting under Rissa's skin.
My name is Risa, brah.
There you go. Now you know you got a brah.
Gilbert's skin is a douchebag. I don't know why you're f***ing with me, dude.
I gotta help my man Gilbert out, Riss. He's not much of a trash talker, and he can't hear very well.
I don't need this crap from him. Who the hell does he think he is?
He said he's gonna come over and choke you. I said, I hope not. He's very big.
Why are you talking? I'm trying to tattoo. I wanted to spray green soap in his eyes, so it burned a little bit, so he focused on something else.
Hey, how come your tattoo machine is so quiet? What kind of machine is that?
It was a little frustrated, but to tell you the truth, I can't hear anything he's saying.
So I finished the cardinal. The biggest problem now is trying to figure out how to incorporate the money into the feather. Stupid concept. I'm just gonna try to do the best that I can to make this happen.
Like your ink, bro. You're looking good.
Thank you, buddy. How's it going for you?
It's fun. I'm having fun.
No, I'm talking to him.
Oh. It's doing pretty good. This time I went with a bigger piece with time.
This is a bigger piece?
It's a bigger piece than the last one. Ami comes by. I don't feel any pressure at all. I know I'm doing a good job, so I was feeling confident.
What's going on over here?
Much better things.
Oh, yeah? I see what you're going for. Good job on the creative part here. Now the pressure's on you to pull it off.
Right? So when Ami comes by, I get some positive feedback on the design, so I'm feeling a little more confident about it.
See you in a bit.
We gotta get this done.
I know.
Sweating. What the hell am I doing? Tattooing money symbolization and a feather. How is that gonna look flowy or feathery? Oh, Lordy.
30 minutes.
Voila. What do you think?
I'm gonna stand up and pick my nose.
I still have 20 to 30 minutes, and I was finishing the pyramid. I double-checked the tattoo again, make sure that all the shading is put in properly, all the lines are correctly, make sure that it doesn't need anything else.
You do some good feathers, though. I'll give you that much.
I feel that maybe I'm in deeper hot waters than I thought I was. So they keep talking about the creativity, and they think that I'm not delivering what I can deliver. But I know my work is clean, so I think that I'm still have a good chance to move to the next round.
In the last few minutes, I'm really questioning my decision to do negative space webbing. I'm really hoping that I can make this look as cool as it does in my head.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up, guns down. Artists, say goodbye to your skins.
Dude, sorry.
Thank you so much, dude. It's awesome.
The only thing I can think about is, why couldn't I do like a money exploding in the background and make it pretty and fruitful? But no, it's crap. I just feel like I'm going home.
Artists, your skins all got tattoos of dreams and dollars. But hopefully after you hear what the judges have to say, it won't turn into a nightmare. Risa?
I didn't want to do exactly a dream catcher because I thought it would be a little bit crass to combine this, you know, really symbolic Native American thing with the money from the culture that oppressed them. So I tried to steer away from that, but still give some nod to it.
You're probably the most creative person in this process because when we said inspiration, you kind of got it. It's not a blue book follow what we told you to do exactly with the images that you had. The design behind the kid's head, I got what you meant to do. You didn't really pull it off, but I'm really, really happy. The fact that you thought about doing the feathers as the dangling money, that's the best thing you've done for this tattoo. Artistically, I think you've actually pulled something that's pretty cool.
Thanks. I like the face on this tattoo. I like that the eyes line up, the nose, the mouth, the eyebrows. It's actually laid out very well. I don't necessarily like the shading, but it's extremely creative.
I love your creativity, because the face is really Art Nouveau-ish, really classical, really classy.
Thanks.
Joey?
My client wanted a cardinal representing her father. She wanted to keep the Dreamcatcher idea. Just tried to do the best job that I could with it.
The only thing that I liked off the bat was this really soft shading you did here. And a little bit over here. That was it.
The concept is cool. It's not the most original concept, but you kind of follow the flow of her body, which is a plus for me, man. If you look at my work, it flows with body shapes. And you did a pretty good job on that. The anatomy of the bird is way off. See that one wing? Woo, nice. But this one is kind of short.
I don't know what happened to your $100 bills on the very bottom. Someone had to point out to me that those are $100 bills that you shaded over. I'm not sure why you did that.
She didn't even want any kind of like money involved in the tattoo itself. And I know this is part of the competition. We have to try and involve it somehow. So I tried to simulate some money in the bottom feathers.
You shouldn't have done that. I like your creativity, though.
Gilbert?
Mine was the representation of the Dreamcatcher with the halo of the rays coming from the back of the pyramid, the Illuminati. Then I hang the feathers from the halo so that way it looks like a Dreamcatcher more.
It's really basic, and you could have just really improvised and did a lot of stuff with this. It's the lack of creativity really disappoint me on this tattoo. But at the same time, you can clearly see that you know what you're doing. Me personally, I would work on more of just thinking outside the box more.
But after the first tattoo you did earlier, I was really hoping for a lot more creativity. We gave you 2 things to put into your tattoos as inspiration. Nobody told you you had to do a dream catcher. It could have been anything you dreamed of. If you would have done a box and I would have asked you why the box, you said, I always dreamed of a box. And in that box there's money, I would have been like, that's creative. That's art. We're not idiots. We want to see your creative side, not your basic, here's what we gave you, here's what I did.
I'm trying to get out of my element and try new stuff, and this guy's just sitting there getting by.
Joey has fumbled, jacking this tattoo up. I think Gilbert, he deserves to win. He's had the best tattoo of the whole competition. That's what holds me.
But he's so uncreative, and I promise you will get 2 creative tattoos next round.
I disagree.
No doubt about it, he can tattoo, but it's a lot of people that can tattoo.
Exactly.
$10,000 on the line, man. Everybody can tattoo.
We're having a standoff, no matter how you look at it.
Artists, we've heard what the judges have to say about your work. If it's your tattoo that appears on the screen, you have been marked out of the competition. Artists, we've heard what the judges have to say about your work. If it's your tattoo that appears on the screen, you have been marked out of the competition.
Gilbert, we didn't all agree on this. One thing we did agree on was the fact that we wanted to see a lot more out of your creative side. This was a tough decision. I wish you the best of luck.
Gilbert, you have been marked out. Please exit the tattoo shop.
Thank you. It's quite disappointing that I'm going home. I feel that the judges made a bad decision. My tattoo is the most technical one. I think they should have gave me another chance and moved me on to the next round, and I will deliver, hopefully, not a feather.
Look, man, if any one of y'all disappoint me, man, I'm really gonna be really pissed off.
If you guys don't listen, I'll gladly take the money.
Because look, y'all know clearly he's a good tattooer, man, you know? And he probably wanted that money just as bad as you and needed it. So don't make me feel dumb for sending him home.
I know that I need to apply all of the things the judges have been saying, which are kind of the things I knew I needed to apply in the first place.
Congratulations, Joey and Risa. You've made it to the final round.
I'm still shocked. I need to make it happen. I need to push everything aside, focus on my skin and the art that I'm presenting to the judges and make it the best that they've ever seen.
One of you will be the next Tattoo Titan, walking away with $10,000. But first, you'll face off against each other in one last challenge. Inside your tattoo cases, the judges have left you something to show you what type of style you'll be doing. Artists, please open your tattoo cases.
So what we have there for you is a tool called Nifo, or in Hawaiian, Niho, which is the traditional Polynesian way of tattooing.
Oh, God. It's tribal.
Tribal uses none of my strengths and all of my weaknesses and is profoundly tedious for me.
There's so many different styles of tribal that if you know anything about the history of tattooing, you know that it comes from tribal. You guys could get really creative.
You will have 4 hours to sketch your design and complete your tattoo. All right, artists, your time starts now.
How's it going?
How are you? Amber.
Yeah. Joey, nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Do you have any certain creative aspects of culture?
Pretty much very feminine. Pretty much the only direction I want to go.
She's just happy to be here. She has no clue what she really wants. Nothing to collaborate with.
Hi.
How you doing?
Lisa.
Marcus.
Right, what did you have in mind?
Well, I wanted to get something with more depth into it, a little bit of a 3D pattern if possible.
Awesome, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was hoping to be able to get away with doing something sort of girly and filigree-ish, but at least he's kind of on the smaller side. So I should be able to do something that really flows well with his body. I was imagining black and gray.
Okay, perfect.
But if you're saying color...
Well, I just don't want it all black. I want it to be different than just the, stick-on tattoo,
Right.
so...
Oh, see, I like that. So the first thing she comes up with is a bird. I'm like, really? Another bird? So I take a bird, I change it around a little bit. I have to make it visually appealing. So when you're 10 feet away, you can clearly see that it's a bird.
Got it. Let's go. So I know there's no way I'm going to have time to fill this whole thing in solid. So my first thought is to use the chevrons, which are a traditional Polynesian design.
Are you ready?
You ready?
I'm ready. I finished the bird. It looks beautiful, and now I have no idea what's next. What am I gonna do? So I start just sketching like a 3-year-old child, and slowly but surely, I start seeing the tattoo. I'm just gonna get busy. I'm gonna need you to just trust me on this one, okay?
What's going on, Joe?
Oh, hey.
Oh, don't be scared.
I had no idea you were there.
The only thing I could tell you, step away from your tattoo and look at the flow of the tattoo.
That's what
the flow of the tattoo is everything. Cool.
Awesome.
Good job.
Hey, well, bam.
How's it going, Reese?
Pretty good.
You're not blue again, huh?
He wanted purple, and I wanted to keep it masculine, so blue seemed like a really obvious choice for that,
Any other colors you're planning on for your $10,000 tattoo?
I might get into some of those lighter tones that, again, are the same colors that I use before. So Ami comes by and is disappointed in my color choices.
This is it? This is what you're showing me?
That's the plan. It's a little late to change it up now.
Knock them out.
All right.
Time's dropping really fast, faster than normal, because this is a competition. Every time you look back, another 2 minutes is gone. Don't do it. Don't cry. Don't do it.
You have 15 minutes.
My tattoo, it's nice, it's clean, the shading's smooth. Although, Judges could rip me apart. They could find stuff like, why would you do this? Why would you do that at all? You finished?
Almost. I'm still trying to get the shading onto it so that it pops. It's chaos and madness.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up, machines down. Joey and Risa, the judges each chose for you to do a tribal tattoo, but before you hear from them, they want to hear from you. Risa?
Well, for this piece, I tried to incorporate some of the classical Polynesian elements into a more contemporary tribal design.
I gotta say, I like your flow. I'm sure everybody does. It's very nice. The placement that you put it, but I don't understand this tattoo.
The thing I was dreading most was tribal, the potential of having to do tribal.
You were scared of tribal?
Yes.
You shouldn't be scared of tribal. You should be embracing tribal. It's easy. It's just technical. But you really nailed it on the flow part here. It almost was like it was drawn exactly for shoulder. And most people don't see that way. And you did.
I know exactly what you was trying to do on this piece. From a distance, okay, it's beveled out. It's coming to a point at the top. So it's three-dimensional. But if you did it three-dimensional, you should have maybe did a drop shadow right there. Boom.
Joey, please tell the judges about the tribal you decided on.
I tried to take different elements of different things that I saw over the years to try and create a nice, solid piece.
There's certain things that, you know, I don't like about the tattoo. Like, the lack of flow in this tattoo is just kind of, you know, random. Pow, got an object here. It's like you did, you know, when I seen your style of tattooing, you were just kind of adding on as you was going. It wasn't really a planned thing. I mean, doing tribal, have a stand-up, follow those curves. All these random objects and just lack of flow.
Flow is something that I think is something that you can learn. And there's tricks to flow. The #1 trick to flow is the letter S. The letter S will always give you flow. This is the front of the leg. So the S would be, that would be the flow. So if I was to put the hummingbird, I would just put the hummingbird facing up and the tail facing down.
I'm happy that we kept you. The tribal and the bird is very beautiful, very well done. The only thing that I don't like about this tattoo is that random circle. Everything that you have in this tattoo is kind of like a long shape, kind of flowy, and then you have this circle up top. I'm not sure why you did that. Does it represent anything?
The circle was supposed to symbolize like the sun and the moon.
The sun. Well then, I like it a lot.
Thank you.
Artists, we've heard what the judges have to say. Now, please exit the tattoo shop while the judges decide who will become a tattoo titan and walk home with $10,000.
One artist was consistent and kind of stumbled, and one artist just picked it up. So you got to kind of make a decision between all arounds or just one round, I guess.
You guys know who the next tattoo titan is?
Yeah.
I think we know.
All right, let's bring the artist in. Joey and Risa, our judges have made a decision. If your tattoo appears on the screen, you will be the winner, walking away with $10,000.
No way.
Congratulations, dude.
Thank you.
Being on this show is huge. I get choked up just thinking about it. That I was even picked to be here is going to be huge for my career. And I feel like I got some more confidence. This is so awesome. This is happy.
What's your dad's name?
Clint Riley.
Clint, this is for you.
Yes. If my dad was alive right now, he would be very, very proud of me.
CMT's Can't Stop Laughing Week is finally here.
CMT can't stop the laughing, and I'm taking all the credit.
Featuring Ron White.
How the hell are you?
Jeff Dunham.
Oh, stop it. Get a life.
And some funny-ass movies. CMT's Can't Stop Laughing Week, all next week.
So funny, you'll be laughing all month.